We're in Champaign, Illinois at yet another hobby shop. Have you guys ever heard of Slot Wing Hobbies? This has been here a long time. I haven't been here in a long time. I used to pick up a lot of cool stuff in the back room. They had a lot of kits that were open and gone through, kind of like a little swap meet. But anyway, let's go in and check out Slot Wing Hobbies. All right, we are inside. That's what I like to be greeted with when I come to a hobby shop, or all the airplanes hanging. And URC guys, did you see that huge remote control sitting there to the right? That thing was amazing. Right there, that's wild. But anyway, we are in Slot Wing Hobbies here in Champaign, Illinois. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been to this store, so I was excited to get back to it. I think it's been maybe 10 years since I've been in this store. But I was in the area and wanted to stop by and see what they've got. That Bronco kit's a cool kit, and prices aren't bad either. Well under 30 bucks. Good to see a semi kit there. We are going to start off with the model car aisle. There's the model cars they've got. Hopefully they got something cool here or something rare. Oh, right away, bingo. That Pro Street Corvette, you don't see that kit too often. A little less than 10 bucks. Well, right at 10 bucks, not bad, not bad. This store has always been known for having a bunch of older stuff. There's a good kit. There's another good kit you don't see too often. That 49 Merc kit is a great kit. That thing just kind of falls together. If you guys are looking for a good kit to build that's custom, definitely recommend that 49 Merc. Kind of getting excited. I'll tell you more about the shop here in a minute. I'm getting excited on the kits I'm seeing. A lot of good ones. Don't see that kit around anymore. That Mustang. They've got a couple of them. Another great kit, that 37 Ford from Revell. Excellent kit to build. Goes together wonderful. No issues at all, and it looks great finished. A couple Corvettes. Pontiac Trans Am. Some 34 Fords. The Revell 442. That's a great kit. GSX from Revell. There's a great kit if you're looking for a kit for a beginner. They'll snap kits there. That great kits. Just, man, I'm seeing some goodies. The old 66 Chevy. Good price. Sealed. There's a kit you don't see too often. Had one of them a long time ago and built it. It was pretty cool. The old Volkswagen van camper. Of course, they got some die cast. Got quite a bit of die cast. The aisle's kind of tight, so I can't get directly on. I've got to kind of go sideways. That motorcycle intrigued me. I've never seen that kit before, that Kawasaki motorcycle. The LA Street Chopper. I've got that kit, and I need to get on that thing. I bought it a long time ago and never did really start it. King Chopper. Another motorcycle kit that intrigued me. The Chevy Bison. There's a good kit. Some trailers. Love seeing the semis and the trailers. Some miscellaneous stuff. Kind of got to dig. This is an old school hobby shop. When you go in here, that's the neat thing about it. Now, there's some cool old kits there you don't see too often. Bunch of balsa wood and basswood. Good selection of stuff. K&S tubing in the back. More tubing right here. Got a lot of supplies. Uh, Looking for a airbrush booth? They've got a used airbrush booth there. Now that I think about it, I probably should have asked how much it was. I'm not looking for one, so I didn't think about it. Ton of mission model paints. I don't know. Let me know down below if you're a mission model paint guy. I've got several of them, and I was thinking about getting rid of all my mission model paints. I've got several of them that haven't even been opened yet. I don't know. I've just found some other paints that I like better than mission models. Nothing against them. They worked fine. Hate to get rid of them because I'll have to pretty much give them away for what I paid for them. I'm like $6-7 a bottle. I'll be lucky to get $1 or $2 a piece of bottle. So to me, a paints. I'm just rambling now. Okay. Man, I can get to rambling about model stuff. Trust me. Don't shut up. This little mini bike kind of intrigued me. I thought that was cool. I'm thinking, man, that'd be a good pit bike to have for it to drags. Some Warhammer stuff. They said they sell a lot of that. Some more supplies on this wall. They've got all kinds of glue, supply. You name it, they've got it here at this hobby shop. They might not have the most of something, but they got a little bit of everything. Again, definitely a hobby shop well worth stopping in if you're ever in the Champaign area, in Champaign, Illinois. Tons of airplane stuff. Those are all propellers. Of course, they're very well known for RC. More RC airplane stuff. I'm going to show it all. A lot of the guys get upset at me when I do a hobby shop tour because I didn't give the RC planes enough love, or the ships enough love, or the RC cars enough love. I'm going to show it all in this video. Whatever they've got, I'm going to show it. Go down another aisle. You can see how narrow the aisles are. They're only like 2.5 feet away from each other. A bunch of rockets. They got a lot of rocket stuff. They said they sell a lot of rocket stuff too. Man, I've been wanting to get another rocket or two. I used to have those when I was a kid. Like, there was a field down the street from me when I grew up, and we could take our rockets down there and light them and shoot them up in the air. Half the time I didn't get my rocket back because the wind or something carried everything away. Slot car stuff, slot car tracks. Bunch of scenery stuff. But yeah, back to the rockets. It's been since I was a kid since I did rockets, and I've always wanted to get back into them. Here's some sci-fi stuff. If they've got it, I'm gonna show it. So I'm gonna give everything love. So don't beat me up in the comments below when you leave a comment and say, "Man, you didn't show the ships or whatever." If they've got it, I'm showing it. That's just showing exactly what they've got. Like I said, they don't have a lot of everything, but they've got some of everything. There's a neat kit. I remember that. I built that a long time ago. There's the Hemi Hot Rod Hydro, or the Hot Rod Hydro by Revell. That is a cool boat kit. Been out for a long time. Really goes together quite well, and it's a very convincing finished kit when done. Looks great. It's got that cool Hemi engine. Airplanes. You've been noticing the kits. It's a lot of kits that are older. There's some Star Wars stuff. That's the neat thing about this hobby shop, is it's always been a lot of older stuff. It's kind of like walking back in time when you go into this hobby shop. More kits. There's a nice kit. Definitely recommend that Kuba wagon. That builds up excellent, and the price is very good too. Very good kit. I've built that. In fact, I've built 2 or 3 different Kuba wagons. Another neat kit. Don't poo-poo the armor kits, guys. There's a lot of stuff in armor that you can get that's vehicle related. That's really cool. More airplane stuff. Some more ship sci-fi stuff. There's some airplanes. There's a neat kit there. The B-17G Flying Fortress. Excellent kit. That is a cool kit. Especially when you hang it from the ceiling. The old tugboat. You don't see that too often. Yeah, even a puzzle. The A-10 Thunderbolt for Monogram. Neat kit. There's a kit that brought back childhood memories. Those glow in the dark. Those are so cool. I had all those when I was a kid. Build them all straight out of the box and stick them under a light just before you go to bed, and then put them on your shelf and lay there in bed and stare at the glow in the dark kits when they were glowing in the dark. That's so cool. Bring back great memories. Train stuff. Now we're getting into some train stuff. Woodland Scenics. They've got all the Woodland Scenic stuff. Large supply of that. A lot of track. Tons of track. More track. That's super tight in this aisle too. Otherwise I'd be straight on, but I have to kind of go sideways. So sorry about the angle. More train supply stuff, track supplies. You can see how tight that aisle is. More track. More track. They got gobs and gobs of track. For pretty much any scale also for your trains. It's good to see the train stuff and that hobby's still alive. I haven't done any train stuff in quite a while. Remember, I used to have a layout when I was a kid. Ended up sitting on our ping pong table. That's how big the layout was. Stopped playing ping pong for years and did train layout. Man, those were the days. Let me know down below if you did a train layout when you were a kid. More train sets. They have several train sets. They can pretty much get whatever you want if you're there. If you're going to be in town and want something, they can get it. Better look at the airplanes hanging. Love looking at the airplanes hanging. I spent a lot of time looking at all the airplanes hanging there. Really neat. They got a lot of neat airplanes hanging from the ceiling. Again, I love seeing that. But see how narrow that aisle is? That's why I couldn't get direct on. That's how narrow the aisles are. A little bit more overview. And we ain't done yet. Trust me, we are not done yet. Let's walk on over to the RC stuff and see what they got. They had something really cool here at the RC side that I liked. I'll get to that here in a minute. There's some RC cars. The motorcycle. Man, that is cool. Buddy of mine's got one of those. And he was running it, and it is the neatest thing. And that little thing will do wheelies and everything. It's cool. Watch them little motorcycles run. It's even got the rider mounted on it. Get into some RC planes. Got a bunch of planes. Some paints for the RC stuff. And they told me that they sell used RC bodies. They get used RC bodies in all the time and they go fast. So that's another thing. If you're into RCs and you're looking for a different body, you might want to check them out. And the bodies are not junk bodies that they sell. They have all nice bodies in there. This one here had a cool paint job. Look at the paint job on that. Kind of like a flip paint job. It flips as you move it. That was so nice. I love that paint job on that. That looked really cool. Those are some of the used bodies or old bodies or whatever you want to call it. Back to the airplanes. Got a good large RC department. There's a bunch of tires. More RC supplies. I'm not going to walk up and down and show all that stuff. There's just so much to show. This will give you an overall view of what's there and to determine if you want to go to this hobby shop or not if you're ever in the Champaign area. More supplies. More airplanes hanging. Oh, I gotta show the airplanes hanging. Love it. Love it. That is so cool. That takes me back to being a kid when I walk into a hobby shop and see the airplanes hanging. I love seeing that. More overall view. They got Legos. They sell a bunch of Legos. It's amazing how Legos have come, how far Legos have come since I was a kid. It's now you can get anything and everything in Legos. More RC supplies. There's all your gas and fuel. They have your Pinewood Derby section. So if you're doing Pinewood Derby stuff, they've got that. A little bit more overall view of the RC planes. Some boats. There's a piece of a used tractor selling for the RC crawler cars. And more RC cars. Oh, dig the Bigfoot. Look at the Bigfoot. 50 years for Bigfoot. Here's what I thought was cool for the RC guys. Are these bins that are marked at a huge discount. Check this out. I mean, this... If you're an RC guy, you've got to come to this hobby shop just for this. This is like a little mini swap meet inside the hobby shop. But all these bins are labeled, so it's very well organized on what you're wanting to get. Open up the bin and go through all the parts. I didn't open up any bins. There's just so much here to show. I didn't want this video going on forever, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bins full of parts. And you go through them and boom, 25 to 75% off retail. There's the area where they work on the RC cars. And of course you got Hunter's Haven. We'll get to that in a minute. There's people in there. They sell live minnows. You go in here and get live minnows. It's kind of like a 2-in-1 hobby shop. Kind of like an old school sporting goods store. If you're into archery, they've got an archery range in the back. Right here's the archery range. Nice area to shoot the bow and arrow. Very nice place. Very cool. Alright, Hunter's Haven is a very busy spot. So while we're waiting for everyone to finish shopping in there, I'm going to show you a few more things inside the hobby shop area that I didn't show you earlier. I was digging all these ships going around. They're really cool, some airplanes, but these ships are really neat. I've always said a hobby shop is kind of like going into a casino. Look up. There's a lot of cool things when you look up. Besides all the airplanes hanging, they had a lot of neat ships going around the walls here, and I wanted to show them. There's a favorite one I've got coming up that I'm kind of anxious to show you. That's it right there. Can't tell how much it is. It's up so high. I've got my arm stretched pretty high up in the air showing these. But a lot of cool ships. That Coast Guard ship is cool. I like that. That boat is really neat. That's one of my favorites. I don't know if it was for sale or not. I don't see a price tag. There's my other favorite one. I think that's neat as heck. That is really cool. Those RC boats, those are neat. How much is that bad boy? There's the price. That's for sale. That's cool. They got some more die cast. These are some die casts I didn't show you earlier. Die casts that are out of the packages, so they're dirt cheap. I mean, you can buy that stuff for cheap. Great place to go to pick up some stocking stuffers at Christmas time. A couple more model kits I don't think I showed earlier. I showed some of them, but there was a few more that caught my eye as I was kind of hanging out and waiting. I was also playing with the shop cat. The shop cat come out. I'll show you the shop cat here in a minute, and hopefully he'll come back to me and let me pet him. Pretty cool cat. Lots of model kits, lots of older kits you don't see too often. And if you need something, just ask them. They'll get it for you. All right, into Hunter's Haven. I think there's only 1 or 2 people left in here. But I got to go in here while I can because this place is busy. I'm going to give you a quick little overview of Hunter's Haven, what's in here. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff packed into a small area. If you're a hunter, you got to get up to this hobby shop. If you've never heard of this place, well, you've heard of it now. Slot Wing Hobbies in Champaign, Illinois. Like I said, it's kind of like an old school sporting goods store where they had a little bit of everything for sporting goods. But definitely if you're a hunter, this is your Hunter's Haven. I'm not a hunter, just showing you what's here. But I appreciate all this stuff. That's also why I wanted to show it to you guys. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Again, you got to get here and check it all out. Again, I didn't go up and down every single aisle here. I'm just kind of giving you the overall layout. And there's one person left. There was also another person a little while ago. I didn't want to show them on camera. Try to keep everyone off camera. Very cool. I like this sign they had hanging up. You don't quit playing because you get old. You get old because you quit playing. That was really neat. And then also they have, thank you for coming. Please take a wooden glider kit for your child to build and enjoy. In memory of Herb. I'm not going to try to pronounce Herb's last name. I don't want to mess it up. There's a picture of Herb. He's well known over there, or he's well known in the RC airplane department, or RC for the RC guys. Very neat.
What you doing? Come here, girl. What you doing? Meow meow. Yeah, you's pretty girl. You's pretty girl. Yes, you are. You're friendly too. Yeah. I always like a shop animal, or a hobby shop animal at the hobby shops. This cat's pretty cool. Very friendly. That's Slot Wing Hobbies here in Champaign, Illinois, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I have to find out what the cat's name is. Oh, it's a boy. It's Jack. All right, Jack. Oh, I love it.